Welcome back, everyone. We're here in the gym once again. The last video got a grand total of, looks like 61 views, so practically a million. Really popular video, and thought that we'd do a follow-up here, showing you some more exercises you can incorporate into your training. Now, I approach this from a running endurance perspective. That's what I train for. So if you're someone like me, or someone who likes to balance different activities, and you don't want to make weightlifting or the gym your primary focus, that's fine. But I would recommend this kind of workout at least once a week, just to keep your muscles and ligaments strong, healthy, robust, and ready to kick some butt in whatever else you're doing in life. So with that said, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the boring stuff for some people, but it's really important, especially before putting your body under a load of weight. So doing some leg crosses, some openers like I'm doing here, just kind of to loosen up some of the areas you're going to be working, is just really important. It's something that I have been guilty of skipping many times, and as a result, I'm also someone who's had a lot of injuries. So when I started to incorporate these kind of movements here before a workout, whether that's a run or a lift, it's helped me stay injury-free, knock on wood, the last 2.5 years, which has been amazing. So you're just finding a few exercises. You can copy the ones that I'm doing here, just to get your body loosened up. You don't need to do for very long, just 5 or 10 minutes at the most, and then you are pretty much ready to go. Alright, so here we have barbell squats. Now unfortunately this gym doesn't have a freestanding barbell, otherwise I would use that. I'm not a fan of this machine, but it's a good way to just demonstrate this exercise, which is really good if you are a runner, if you are a cyclist, or if you're just a normal person. Squats are one of the best exercises you can do for your legs and your core, and barbell squats are great. Now dumbbell squats, like Praew is doing here, are also phenomenal. So you're just holding one dumbbell with both hands, squatting down, and just coming back up, just like she's doing there. Now you can play around with where you want your feet to be, but usually you want to keep them a little wider than normal. Then we have barbell deadlift. So again, I wish that I wasn't on this machine here, but you're basically standing over, lifting up, and then just squeezing your butt and shoulders. And it's really important not to let your butt come up first and not to let your back round. That's a common mistake a lot of people make. I won't pretend I'm an expert at this one, but it is one that I've definitely built up a pretty decent amount of strength on. So it's something that I try to do at least once a week just to maintain that strength and that form. If you're not comfortable with that, follow what Praw's doing. Now this was a new exercise for her, so her feet are a little closer together than I would like, and she's also leaning forward a little bit too much, but you get the general idea. You're coming up, grabbing both dumbbells, setting them down next to your feet, and mimicking that same motion, really squeezing the butt and shoulders in the back, and just working basically your entire posterior chain there. So as you can see, her back is fully engaged. She's coming up, squeezing, and back down. Now this is a great one to work sort of your lateral plane of motion. Most of us are just walking forward, and we neglect a lot of these muscles that help move us side to side. These are important to strengthen. So for this one, she's got the dumbbell in her hand, stepping up onto the bench and stepping over. This one is a little more complicated, what I'm doing. So I'm doing what she did, but I'm holding 2 dumbbells, and then on either side, I'm doing a dumbbell thruster. So that means I'm squatting down and pressing both the weights over my head. Again, a little more complicated, so maybe start with the other option first. If that's too easy, you can try the one that I'm doing here. One quick point to make here is that I didn't put the number of reps on each exercise on purpose. That's something that you kind of have to play around with and figure out for yourself. But generally, the heavier you're gonna go, the less reps you want to do. So I might only do 5 or 6 reps on one exercise, or do all the way up to like 15 like Praew is doing here. This is a kettlebell swing. We don't have that, so she's just using a dumbbell. But again, just swinging down, coming up, squeezing the butt, and working that hip motion. On to farmer's carries. These were my least favorite for a very long time, and I've grown to like them just because I've seen some progression in how long I can hold the dumbbells. So the goal of this one is to really keep your upper body straight while you walk back and forth, as you can see here, and to just not drop the dumbbells. It's simple enough, but you want to use pretty heavy weight to just get your body used to moving forward under that load. Now what I'll do here is I'll superset that with a set of 20 push-ups. If you don't like push-ups, or if push-ups are too hard, you can hold a plank, but I'll do that, and then you'll see here in just a second, I'll go right back into it and try to do this back to back for maybe 2 or 3 sets total. To be fair to Praew, this is at the end of the workout, and these are pretty heavy weights for her. So she did a really good job with this. Awesome effort, and as you can see, working really hard on this movement here. Next up is cable row. So this exercise is awesome for the back. That's why I took my shirt off, just to be one of those gym bros and just show you what muscles that's working. Pretty much your whole back and lats are really engaged on this. You're pulling that cable towards your belly button, squeezing, and then slowly releasing back and forth, just like that. Depending on the setup of your gym, you could try to go right into chin-ups or pull-ups, like I'm doing here. So I have an underhand grip, a supinated grip, which would mean chin-ups, working a bit more of the bicep and the forearms. But that same idea of coming up, squeezing, and trying to slowly release. It's a really tough one. So here is an alternative or an additional exercise for people. You can do pull-ups, and then this is really good just for working the shoulder mobility. I've had some shoulder issues, so doing the skin the cat has really helped with that. But something else to kind of work your back, your grip, your shoulders, and just play around with different variations on where you put your hands, how long you can hold for. You can even try to do a one-arm hang if that's possible, or get your first pull-up if that's a goal for you. Most gyms seem to have this machine, so Praew has her lower back there, and she's bringing her feet up, keeping them together, and just squeezing her abs. So a really good exercise for the core. Last one, these are dips. So I have a 20 kg dumbbell in between my legs, but you can do this without weight. The goal is to just come down to parallel and back up. So you're really working the triceps, the chest, and the shoulders on this exercise. Really good overall upper body movement.
Good job, good workout. I just started to work out a few months ago also, and this helped me a lot with my body shape and my change. I hope this video is helpful for you also. And if you guys have any questions, can